So you want to be a content creator, huh? You want to be an official Epic 7 influencer. Good. Good. We need more people like you, and I'm going to try to give you some tips on what will help improve your odds, what Smilegate's looking for, at least from my opinion. What are the things that can help make you stand out from all of the other qualified applicants, and also to talk a little bit about what's involved in being an official Epic 7 influencer to, you know, maybe make sure this is what you want to do with the next several months of your life. Because it's not all hookers, blow, and skystones, guys. There is some work here. So let's get into it a little bit. First, this page will be linked in the description of the video so that you will have access to it and can go ahead and fill out your application. So, Epic 7 creators wanted. Notice, we are looking for passionate content creators who love Epic 7. If you enjoy creating Epic 7 content and engaging with the community, this is your chance to apply. Complete missions to earn rewards. Don't miss this opportunity. Apply now and become part of our creator community. Application period is now all the way through Wednesday the 16th. And remember, guys, this is Korean time, so probably for anybody here in the States, it's probably going to end probably on Tuesday the 15th. But you know, we'll see. Maybe the application will have an exact end date, but don't wait till the last minute, right? After the application period ends, you won't be able to apply until the next recruitment cycle. So this is not the last or only chance to get into this program. You've got time to build up your resume and maybe go in for the next recruiting cycle. There's a link right here to the creator program application. You click on it, you'll get flashbanged. It'll take you to the page where you can enter in all of the basics. Some requirements, okay? The recruitment period is from, again, now until April 16th. If you're under the age of 20, you cannot participate. You have to be 20 years old or older to be in the creator program. I don't know why they picked this arbitrary number, but there you go. You must agree to the collection of personal information for identity verification and winner selection. I mean, what this means is they're going to need info from you. You can't just be an anonymous person. They will need your address. They will need your real name. They will need bank account numbers to be able to direct deposit monies to you if there's payable monies. They will need to be able to have your address to send you information. If you're not comfortable with that, if you're not comfortable with giving that kind of information, then this program isn't for you. Applications for the creator program can only be submitted using the channel you personally operate. Okay. You cannot apply to be a content creator and have a ghostwriter do all your stuff. This doesn't mean you can't have editors. This doesn't mean you can't have people who create thumbnails for you. You can have a team of people work on stuff, but the content itself you make must be your own content and must be put on your own channel. You can't be like, hey, Tristen, upload videos for me on your channel so I can be a creator. That's not how that works. Got to be your own thing. Content creator program will be selected through an internal review process based on eligibility. Okay, so in other words, there's no magic combination of stuff, right? They're going to make sure you meet all the eligibility requirements, and then they're going to pick based on their opinion. If the created content material that violates in-game operation policies, imitates other works, and threatens on third, they're not going to let you do things that are a brand risk for Smilegate, okay? I mean, I think that goes without saying. Channels and content deemed unrelated to Smilegate will be excluded from the selection and review process. So in other words, if you are running a Honkai Star Rail channel and you do a lot of content there, I mean, you can mention that on your resume, sure, but they're really not going to consider that. They want to look at what you do for Epic 7 already. If you conduct live streams, all VODs and broadcast records must remain publicly available until the reward distribution and announcement of outstanding creators, right? So make sure your VODs stay public, okay? If you're doing VODs with DMCA music on it and you pull the VODs before they go up, it's going to really hurt your chances of getting into this program. So make sure any content that you create that you want to submit stays public, at least until they're done with the announcement. If you participate in the live streaming of it through abnormal means, you'll be excluded. I'm not sure what abnormal means are, but whatever that is going to exclude you from being considered for this. Content created through creator activities may be featured in the Epic 7 website and social media site. If any modifications or edits are needed for promotional purposes, they will contact you. So if they say, hey, we want to feature your product, but we need to delete this part. They're going to let you know, and you're going to have to accept it. Rewards will be evaluated based on activities conducted from April 10th to April 7th, or to May 7th. Okay, so get what this means, right? You have got until April 16th to apply, and once you apply, if they accept you, if you meet all the conditions and you apply, then they're going to start reviewing your stuff until May 7th. That's when you got to leave everything public. That's when you got, once you get your acceptance letter that you've made it through the preliminary interview, this is kind of your internships with the hope that they like what you're doing, they like the cut of your jib, and they are going to let you in after it. So be aware, this is not a guarantee that you're in. This is just your internship period. The announcement and distribution of rewards will be made through separate notices. The number of selected creators may change company's discretion. To participate in the event, you must join the Epic 7 Creator Program. I mean, that's the whole reason you're applying, is to participate in the Creator Program and be a part of it. The selection for the Creator Program and additional awards will be conducted according to an internal review criteria, which may not be disclosed. In other words, they're going to pick who they like, and they don't have to tell you why they didn't pick you. There we go. So let's talk about the perks and benefits. What do you get for being in the Creator Program? Well, I think, as most people know, you get 5,000 Sky Stones a month to use to make content. And that helps. It helps take the edge off. It's enough Sky Stones that you can refresh the shop, and usually with a little bit of assistance and grinding on your own and gameplay on your own, it's usually enough to get the RGB units so you can make contents about the units. Because really, if you don't have the units, it's hard to make content, right? We've been pushing for this to be increased because it's really not enough to keep pace with the increased speed at which units are being pumped out, but right now that's what we got. We're negotiating to make it higher, but I think everybody knows content creators get the 5,000 Sky Stones. I don't think I'm really hiding or really revealing any trade secrets there. Do content creators get paid? Yes, but no. Okay, no, we do not draw salaries. We do not get paid. They do not just say, hey, thanks for making some videos, here's a few $1,000s. That ain't the way this works, right? But I can tell you that there are occasionally things that you can do for money. They are not guaranteed. They're usually contest driven. You guys remember the lore video I made? That was all part of a big contest, right? I got prize money for that, and I wasn't even first prize. But those are few and far between. They're the exception, not the rule. Smilegate is looking for people who are passionate about the game. They want to reward you with in-game currency. This is not a paid promotional situation, right? Getting actual cash for your products, that's pretty rare. Usually you're compensated with in-game currency, Sky Stones. They will say, hey, in addition to your 5K allowance that you get for a month, we'll slide you a little extra Sky Stones if you maybe promote this thing or that thing or do a little something special for us. They'll also allow you to have a chunk of Sky Stones that you can use for an event that you run. 7 to 10,000 Sky Stones for, like, you're running a tournament and you want to make prizes, and you can give no more than a certain amount to the winner, or if you're going to run some kind of trivia contest or some kind of special event to promote the game and get things going, they will supplement you with some Sky Stones to give out to your community so that you can make things happen, make things go a little faster. So they give you some tools. They used to do fun things like in-person events and fly us out to the headquarters so we can do some things. I don't know that that's ever going to come back, but it's a possibility. You also get direct access to Smilegate employees in a private Discord with community managers, so you can ask questions, get direct assistance, help facilitate tickets, help the community with problems they're having, and also get some advice on things that Smilegate would like to see you doing, like to see videos made, get a little bit of help, ask questions like, hey, would it be okay if I said that you guys are terrible for making the TAM skin a paid thing that's just awful, or does that go too far? Is that kind of breach contract if I talk smack about you? So it's nice to have that access and even to be able to make voice calls with some of the community managers to get questions answered. Sometimes you will get some privileged information and you will be locked down by an NDA. And if they say you are not allowed to discuss this and you do, well, there goes your content creator status and quite likely your account as well. So you got to be aware that you'll be locked down on some things you can say and some things you can't say. Now, they never curtail free speech. They always say, I mean, right in the agreement you're going to sign, they're going to say, it's okay for you to express your opinions, positive or negative. They always encourage you to be candid and honest in your review of everything that's going on, as long as you don't cross a line to the point where you are being unfair, right? If you say something to the effect of, I don't like the TAM skin, the way they set it up is scummy and Smilegate should be ashamed of themselves because other games don't do this, the community backlash is huge, that kind of stuff. We all do that, and that's fine. If you say, because they did this TAM skin, it makes this the worst game ever, and you guys should just go download and play Genshin Impact instead, that's over the line, because that is, you may be feeling that way, but it's not based in fact. It's not verifiable facts. It's an unfair comparison, and it borders on the end of libel, and especially when you're promoting another game over this game, that's a big no-no. So you do have to be a little bit careful about your P's and Q's, especially surrounding leaks. They're trying to shut down leaks. They're always patching the leaky ship, but things will always slip out. Things will happen. And that's why we're always very careful to say, this is unverified. This could potentially change. This is from an unverified source. Though it looks like it might be real, I can't guarantee that it's real, and we should treat it as just a assumption, and this video will discuss what if that's real, and in no way is an endorsement that this is happening. You got to put some caveats in there, because you are not allowed to represent anything about the game that cannot be officially verified. Now, what do you need to do as a content creator? What is required of you? Well, they expect you to make content, and they expect you to do it a lot. When you read the contract, it's going to seem simple. Like they require only like 1 or 2 streams a month and 1 or 2 videos a month. And it looks really, really watered down. If you think that's what you're going to need to do to get into this program and stay in this program, you are crazy. Content creators bust their butts for the 5,000 Sky Stones. If you are doing this just because you think it'll be neat to get 5K Sky Stones, you have no idea what you're in for. It is significantly more worth than those Sky Stones are worth. If you look at the Sky Stones, you go, that's about $150. No, it's about $250 of in-game currency, and you break it down to the amount of hours you're going to put into being a content creator. Unless you value yourself working at about like $2 an hour, it is not worth it, guys. Not at all. You want to do this because you love the game, you love the community, and the Sky Stones are a nice way to make you feel loved and respected back, and to give you the fuel you need to continue to make things happen for the community, continue to make videos and do things like that. Don't do this just for the Sky Stones. Do this because you want to be a part of guiding this community and improving this game, and to be a voice and an advocate for the people of your community, and to take it to the next level of your own engagement with the game. Are they looking for just streamers? No. Especially not just Twitch streamers. This is going to start me on my section of what do you need to do to catch Smilegate's eye. Well, first of all, Twitch is banned in Korea. So if you are just a Twitch streamer and nothing else, you're going to seriously hamper your chances. You want to do as many platforms as you can. You must be on Discord, and maybe try to be a recognizable personality there, somebody who actively helps the community. You don't necessarily have to have your own Discord, though that is really nice. You should at least be a presence in the official Discord if you don't have your own Discord. The more social medias you can have, the better. If you're active on the Facebook community of Epic 7, if you're active on the Twitter community of Epic 7, if you stream on Twitch, if you stream on YouTube, if you post videos, if you're a part of Kick, whatever streaming or video platform you got, the more, the better. Now, that's not me. I got Discord, I got Twitch, I got YouTube. All other social media can kiss my ass. So it's in no way required that you are a social media mogul. But the more reach you have, the more attractive you'll be to Smilegate. So consider your reach and how aggressive you are with that reach. The biggest thing you can do to improve your chances is to do something different, right? Something that defines you in a way that makes them say, here's something we don't already have that will be good for our product, right? I was the PvE guide maker. No one else really did it, not on the level that I was doing it. And that really caught Smilegate's eye. That's why they reached out to me. Deity was really, really good with new player guides. Sue has a great breakdown of units and does Fix It Fridays and is really engaged with helping the community take it from that mid to the end game threshold. You got Elf Mage, who is a master at doing stupid high-end RTA. You've got Cat, Light E7, who is a fast speed cleaver with a very different community than the one Elf has. You've got Vic Chun, who was running guild war content when no one else was, and was taking that to the next level, as well as doing Emperor climbs and pushes. You want to do something that catches their eye, right? You don't want to be a cookie cutter identical. If your entire thing is, yeah, I stream on Twitch and nowhere else, and all I do is high-end legend tier RTA, they're gonna go, yeah, we've got 4 of those. What else do you got? Just like applying for any job, you want your resume and your actions to really differentiate yourselves from other people, right? You want to do what they're doing, but also do something that helps you break away from the pack. As somebody who sits on the other side of the interview process, I have to ask myself, what about this person makes him or her better than any of the other qualified applicants that I've seen this week? That's what Smilegate's going to be doing for you guys. One thing you can't help, but something to be aware of, spawn point matters, right? If we have 25 North America time zone content creators and 0 Africa, Europe time zone creators, the Africa, Europe time zone creators are going to have a serious leg up. They are going to want good coverage. Beyond spawn point, time of day you make content matters. If you only go live when there's like 9 other people streaming Epic 7, you're less likely to catch the eye of people than if you go live when there's only maybe 1 or 2 other Epic 7 content creators out there. One, that's going to help your channel. You'll get more viewers because people are going to be looking for E7 creators, and you're not going to be sharing it with other people. And 2, it's going to catch Smilegate's eye because they'll say, this guy is satisfying a time slot that we're missing. So that can help you out as well. Whether or not you use a live cam or a VTuber model, that's not going to matter as long as you are engaging and fun with your chat. I think if you don't have a microphone especially, and if you don't have either a camera or a VTuber model, you're going to hurt yourself big time, because that's going to limit engagement. People want a face to look at, even if it's a VTuber face, even if it's a little bouncing icon, just something to engage with your chat. And lastly, don't ask other content creators to vouch for you. They haven't asked us for our opinions. They have never asked us for our opinions when they're looking at other content creators. We usually find out that new people are being brought in a couple of days before they're actually brought in. It's awkward for us, and it doesn't help your cause to sound needy and reach out and say, hey, Tristen, could you write me a letter of recommendation? It's not going to matter, right? Be your own best promoter. Explain why you should be in the program, how Smilegate's going to benefit from you being in the program. Don't sound needy. Don't say you want to do it. Say you know you would be good at doing it. Don't say you think it would be fun. Say you know you would bring fun to the community and the game and enlarge everybody in your community by being in this program. Express confidence, be sure of your brand, and stream as much as possible on as many platforms as you can. They're not just looking for streamers, they're also looking for YouTube content creators as well. You could not stream at all. I was brought into the program. I had never streamed a day in my life when I was brought into the program. It was almost 7 months before I streamed my very first time. So you can do it and not be a streamer. You can just be a video maker. But the more things you do, the more diverse you are, the better shot you got at getting into the program. So consider doing it all. And that's all I got. I hope some of this is useful to you. I hope some of this is helpful information that kind of makes it clear. If you have any questions about being in the content creator program, what all it entails and what you should do, let me know in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer these questions and give you the support I have. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some new faces in the program. So good luck out there, and take care, everybody.